Hello there, welcome back to my channel. This is Louise from Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. Today we're looking at Piper Chaba, another type of betel leaf, a bit more on the uncommon side, probably rare to find in the UK. This type of betel leaf, or Chui Jhal as it's known in Bangla. It's pretty uncommon as well in Bangladesh. It only grows in one particular area, and not many people in Bangladesh are probably aware of its existence, as I found out when I went to visit. I had a holiday in Bangladesh in March, and I visited a number of nurseries in different parts of the country, and they didn't seem to know what it was, especially in the north, in Sylhet. When I was there, I asked local people about this plant, and they'd never even heard of Chui Jhal, and none of the nurseries knew what it was. When I got back to Dhaka, which is the capital I was staying in, I did manage to contact some nurseries, but they're all out of stock, and the ones I visited didn't have it either. So no Chui Jhal for me there. So I ended up ordering it, and this came from Khulna, which is the region in Bangladesh in the south that predominantly grows this vining plants, and they don't grow it for the leaves, funny enough. So betel leaf, or Paan, if you're not familiar with it, in South Asia, betel leaf is grown for the leaves, and people chew these leaves, and there are different tastes to different varieties. So some of these grow huge leaves and they have a mild taste, some have a hot peppery taste. This definitely has a hot peppery taste to it, although I'm not growing it to eat. I'm growing it because I like the betel leaf family, I like the vining aspect of it. So yeah, so this isn't grown for its leaves, unlike other betel leaf plants or Paan. It's grown for its stems and roots. So the people that grow it in Khulna, they start off with a plant, say this size, and after a couple of years of growing, it has these tremendously big roots, and this is what they harvest. So they cut the vine off, they're not bothered about the leaves, and they'll just replant those, and they take these roots, take them to market and sell them. They're like huge logs. They sell them for between 800 and 1,000 taka, which is between £8 and £10 per kg. So they are a bit of a delicacy in that part of the world, and people use it. Well, apparently it tastes a bit like horseradish or Japanese wasabi, got a fiery taste to it. And so people add these to their curries and whatever they're cooking. And I think some people use it for medicinal purposes as well. The dry root, they pound it and make it into a powder and add that to maybe herbal medicine. So this plant, as I say, is pretty uncommon in Bangladesh. As I say, it's concentrated in one area, and it's probably rare to get Piper Chaba in the UK. I don't think I've come across anybody on YouTube saying that they're growing this particular variety of betel leaf or Paan here in the UK. So maybe I'm the only one. How it's been growing since I brought it, well, I did do a video on Cassia Paan and Chui Jhal when I first brought these over, and if you haven't seen that video, have a quick look at it. And this started it off in, well, it was almost dead when I brought it back, so I had to revive it in water. I put it in koya and a mixture of leca, but it seemed to hold too much moisture for this plant, and within a week of me putting it in there, it had developed some root rot. So I quickly took it out, removed all the damaged roots, the root rot, and popped it into this. This is orchid bark, and orchid bark doesn't retain a lot of moisture because it's chunky. When you water, so if I were to water this now, the water would just flood out. So if I were to pour this water in there, the water would just go straight through. and only a little bit of moisture would be held in, but just enough for the plant to feed off. So if I've watered this today, I'd probably wait 2 or 3 days and then water it again. I just check to see that the surface is a little bit below the surface was dry, and then I'd water it. So it needs a bit more water than say if it was in compost, but the benefits are less chance of it getting root rot. And these plants are, the betel leaves are prone to getting root rot. So that's what kills them. Likes to be in a sunny position, but not too hot. So if it's really hot, like baking hot, these leaves will wilt, and you will also get sun scorch, like you can see there. So sunny windowsill, plenty of light and moisture, but not waterlogged, are the conditions it likes. And another thing about this, when I came to propagate it, when I wanted to take a cutting, I did take a cutting from here, and this is the cutting, and it's grown roots really fast within a few days of me putting it in water. So broke it off, put it in water, roots within a few days, and then I put it in the same medium, in the orchid bark, and it's, if I could do a close up there, you can see the stem sitting on the surface. I don't know if you can see it, the stem there, and then the roots are coming off the stem, so it's not pointing down, it's going across. And I think that's part of this plant. Not only does it climb up, you know, like a tree trunk, it will also creep along the ground as well, and it will anchor itself into the ground. So if I were not to train that up a moss pole or something, if I had another trough, maybe with orchid bark, possibly these areas here, it would develop more, well, aerial roots I should say, and the plant would grow even more stems, possibly. I just have to see what I do with this plant. But so I'm really pleased how fast it's grown. All this is new, so this from here is all new growth, and that's new growth here. The original leaves have fallen off, except for that one there. That's one of the original leaves on there, and that's the new leaf on it. That's the new leaf there. So yeah, fairly simple to look after. I'm hoping that they don't go too dormant over the winter and it'll continue to grow. Perhaps I'll keep it under grow lights during the winter just to maintain that growing, because I don't want it to die back. You know, I want it to continue. So there we have it, you know, Piper Chaba or Chui Jhal. If you know of anybody who's growing this plant, anybody in the UK that is, Piper Chaba or Chui Jhal, add your comments in the comments box below, and perhaps we can exchange tips on how to grow this plant. So thank you very much for watching. Take care everybody. Bye bye.